Hello. No, I guess not. I don't. Are we on a date? Oh shit. I fell for it. I feel very defeated by my own tech setup. Whoa, where am I going? I did, yeah. Hey, June! I was just gonna point out. Yeah, Burger Time Bot stole your gifted sub, man. Yeah, I started growing it out. Uh, I got my last haircut before the U.S. Started doing shutdowns for COVID, and I probably don't need to have this in black and white since I guess I'm never gonna play this game ever again. Yeah, I was thinking I would um, cut my hair once I got my second what's it called, COVID shot, the second dose, but I haven't done it yet. Even though I'm fully vaccinated. Yeah, look at this. It's down to my shoulders. I let Shanae cut my hair a little bit, but then I was growing out the beard, but it doesn't. It doesn't come in well. Not well enough to grow it out beyond this. I think it was down to maybe here, and then I decided to cut it down because it starts. I don't know, like some pieces of it grow really long, and other pieces just sort of stay around this length. So if I wanted to look decent, then I gotta trim the long pieces off. Most of the time it doesn't matter though because I have to wear a mask everywhere outside of family gatherings. But you know, pencil mustache could be cool. June, you missed it though. The I had to restart my stream about 8 times now because I was playing a game called chicken police, and it did not want to work. You look like a Twitch or Streamlabs or whoever forced me to moderate the term pedo, and now it thinks that I'm going to allow the word pedo. I guess it won't be an issue as long as my viewing audience is about 3 people total. You work in a clean room environment. That's exciting. Do you have to keep it shaved for that? Or they give you like a net for your face? Need hairnets and shoe covers and smocks. Yeah. Should I put on music? I feel like I should put on music. I used to have to do that when I worked at Sam's Club because I worked in the meat department. They didn't strictly enforce it. And back when I worked there, I was pretty clean shaven because my facial hair looked like shit. But yeah, occasionally I would have to wear facial hairnets. I used to cook the chickens there, the big rotisserie ovens. That was fun, especially when you had to pull chickens at the end of the night. Free dinner, baby. How you guys doing? Did you start at the new job, June? Or are you just sort of in between right now? I can almost do a ponytail. I can a little bit, but it doesn't get enough of my hair. You start today, but you kind of work from home. They make you wear hairnets and shoe covers at home? I'm just being a dick. We can make a small meme fortune. What meme are we capitalizing on? Hairnets. There you go. I'll try to 3D print something for that, and I'll post a picture. You're being paid to hide out at home. That's kind of cool, though. It shows that you're they want to have you enough to do that. I guess poaching could also be a legal issue, so maybe that's part of it. They have no people. There's one guy left. I mean, not definitely not to judge, but that seems like a red flag. Is that gonna be okay? Were they leaving for a decent reason? Like all the former people just died? The rest have resigned or asked to leave due to cost cutting that they need people again. It is a red flag, okay. I just want to make sure. I mean, I hope it works out for you. For the short term, it seems like it's going to, if they're just paying you to stay at home. Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty much in the same situation recently. I actually applied for a job with my last company, the company that fired me and said that they would never hire me again. I applied for a job with them, and they offered me a job, and it was a good chunk of money more. And what happened was, I told my current employer, I gave them as much time as I possibly could. I told my current employer that I was leaving for this other job, and they tried a couple times to counteroffer. Don't forget about Melchan. Melchan, we're gonna make truck nuts for your hair nuts. Don't tell anybody. So I got offered the job at my last employer, and so I was just running out the clock in my current company, and on my last day, the vice president of my department came back, and he called me at like 12 o'clock. the stream went catastrophic. It was terrible. So the VP contacted me, and he countered. They matched the offer and offered me a bonus to stay, and I was like, well, if I stay, I can continue doing what I'm doing, get a bonus, and not have to work from the bottom up again. So I stayed, and it was really nice. And now I'm actually getting into some more involved projects, so we'll see how that works out. But I mean, good luck to you with this suspicious company that's that a bunch of people resigned from all at the same time. I hope that works out for you. I know you're not planning on staying long term, but I hope you're not overwhelmed for the time that you're there, and I hope your other job options come through. Already, they're paying you to stay home for a while, and you're already looking for a way out. Oh, did the stream end badly yesterday? Your cat stepped on the keyboard and erased 2 hours of progress. I think I just spit on my keyboard. That was unfortunate. Time to get rid of the cat, Melchan. He might have a job depending on his bid. Oh yeah. That's the guy that you want to work with, but you don't know if he'll actually be able to offer you the job. Melchan, do you think? Yeah. I mean, it sounds like that one would be a best case scenario. I hope that works out for you the way you want it to. But good luck either way. Melchan, do you think we could do a podcast while playing games? Do you think we could do like a Deep Rock Galactic game and do a podcast at the same time. And drink alcohol. All three at once. Or EDF. I could go either way. You volunteer. Yeah, June's in. Every time we get friendly fired, we take a shot. Whew. That'd be a short podcast, yeah. Oh, like friendly fire down. Yeah, okay. That probably makes more sense. It'd be hard to measure otherwise. I think Melchan left. Every time I think about doing a podcast, though, I can't help but feel like I'm going to just end up complaining about something the entire time. Biden continuing border wall construction? It's not something I've heard about. I hope he's not. Isn't that what podcasts are all about? It can be. Basically the Triforce podcast. 3 middle-aged men complaining about life. So, every time I think about what I would do for a podcast, I end up thinking about doing a podcast where I complain about things that I actually like. Because apparently in my mind, even if I really like something, I can find things that I don't like about it. And those are the things I focus on. Like, there are lots of things to like about the things that I would talk about. And there's lots of things that I do like in those things. But apparently, whenever I'm talking about them, I can only talk about the negative things. So, I don't know. As far as the border wall goes, I know that there were barriers, like fences. Biden is now walking back his proclamation that his administration will not build border walls. He's reportedly considering a return to construction of the southern border wall in order to fill gaps that undocumented aliens took advantage of when construction was halted. Smugglers send group of illegal crossers. This is the Hill, so it's... The Hill is somewhat reliable, right? Yeah. I don't know. I'm against the walls. A wall won't stop illegal crossings entirely, but it should be a central part of an overall immigration fix. It's a functional deterrent against the most reckless forms of border crossing, and it is a barrier against sudden future surges of mass migration. I don't know. I think it's a waste of money to build giant walls, and migration is only going to get worse as time goes on because of climate refugees. Probably all going to move into the frozen tundras of Canada before all is said and done. No, I mean, you're not entirely wrong to think that. The problem with the wall is we have like thousands, maybe not thousands, hundreds at least miles of wall that we would need to build. But like, the only thing it really stops is people walking across the border. I think it would probably make more sense to have an open border policy like we used to have way back when. Where people from other countries, Mexico or Canada, could travel to the US, do work or whatever they came here to do, get their money, pay taxes that they would have to pay into the US, and then leave. Does the US have employment quotas? Not to my knowledge. I'm not entirely sure what that would refer to. No, I don't think so. Nothing to my knowledge, but I don't know offhand. But so we used to have an open border policy where, you know, if you were from Mexico or Canada, probably just those two because we don't share borders with any other countries, you could come to the US and then leave. You know, do your work, pay some taxes or whatever, and then leave. And at some point, we decided that we didn't like that. So we decided to opt for a closed border policy. But now what that does is it encourages people to cross the border legally and then not leave, as opposed to an open border policy where people could come in and then leave. Because multiple border crossings is much riskier than a single border crossing. So if we had an open policy, you could just come in and then leave at will, whereas at this policy, you cross once and then don't risk it again, because you might end up in some kind of crazy fucking prison for border crossers. I know I'm not explaining it perfectly well. I think part of it is because I have to pee. But I think it's an interesting idea, and I don't think that we need to force people out. I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds. You think over there, most companies have a quota of locals they must employ. I've never heard of a... Yeah, I do have a D&D. It's a 5e shirt. I think that's the symbol for it. Back when I was doing loot crates, they sent this. I don't do that anymore because I don't know, I just lost interest in all the super geeky stuff. I'm not a huge fan of anime. As far as I know, we don't have any kind of quotas for employing locals. Maybe they do in border states, but in Pennsylvania, that's not really a thing that I've ever heard of. You're canceling me? No! Don't cancel me! If we had a good process, a wall wouldn't be a problem, but since we don't have a good process, a wall could harm people that are looking for a better life. In order to hire foreign labor, kind of controls issues of companies just hiring cheap labor. Yeah, I mean, that would probably make more sense, but this... Aw, you guys. It didn't matter if I liked anime anyway, I would probably still complain about it. I like some animes. Elfen Lied is one of my favorites. It was one of the first ones that got me into the genre in general. Does that count? I do like EDF. Oh, sorry. Do you want me to put that in front? Ow. Is this what you came here to see? Did the music stop? Why is the music... Why is Super Mario Galaxy Battle Rock Galaxy music so quiet? The only one of those that I've ever heard of is Evangelion. I should say, Elfen Lied was the only one I watched in its entirety. Dragon Ball Z, I saw episodes of that. I saw episodes of like Yu Yu Hakusho, and the one with the wolf man, yeah, the wolf tail. Inuyasha, yeah. Inu means dog. But yeah, so I saw episodes of Inuyasha, I saw episodes of Dragon Ball Z, and probably Dragon Ball. Whatever was playing on Adult Swim and Cartoon Network, those are the ones that I saw.
Do the Mario swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step, and then again. Let's do the Mario all together now. You got it. It's the Mario. Do the Mario. Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step. And then again, let's do the Mario all together now. Come on now, just like that.
I don't think I ever saw Naruto. Maybe my biggest introduction, specifically introduction, would have been like Pokemon, because I love the Pokemon TV show. And I always tried to catch it, but it was always on like right before I would get home from school. And then, so I would never have time to watch it. And then the first one I actually sought out and watched was Elfen Lied. Well, yeah, it is. I didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh, but I didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh. Digimon is anime? Yeah. I saw parts of Digimon. Digimon is like, I don't know. They didn't do enough with that property. I probably watched more Digimon than Pokemon when I was a kid, but only because of accessibility. And I collected the cards for both briefly, but I didn't play them at all. You didn't like Pokemon as much? It was I don't know. You're gabbing with gun. Sending the gangbang. We don't have Muxibot anymore. I think Muxi shut their service down. Their free service. But like the video games or the card game? I collected the cards. I actually played the video game. This is Diablo dungeon music, yeah. I found a playlist on YouTube that I could use in my Streamlabs bot, and I put that on. It's just sort of the default thing. I've been playing a lot of Diablo recently. Diablo 3, Deep Rock Galactic, I've been playing Uncharted with Shanae. I had Pokemon Red as well. Pokemon Red, much better than Pokemon Blue. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, June, you've been working hard in EDF. That game takes so much time to get through. Like a single playthrough of the story is probably like a full 10-15 hours. Maybe not that long. Maybe that long. Some missions are pretty long. I think it's insane that they made EDF with the expectation that people would put that many hours into the game. Because it ends up being a very long game. No, it's a good game, for sure. For how simplistic of a concept it is deep. No, I mean, it's great. I put a lot of time into it just on this stream. Got to hang out with you and Hats, sometimes Mel-chan or other people. I got drunk and talked to a bunch of weirdos that also played EDF. 1 month. Wow. That long, really? Is it like 1 month of working time or 1 month, like fully 1 month? I know you said it, I think, in Discord, but I didn't really do the math on it. 860 hours. Wow. Still though. 35 full days. Hey man, as long as you enjoyed it, can't say anything against it. I don't think I put that many hours into any game. Maybe Minecraft. But only because I like to go into different mods and I like to set up automations in all the automation mods. Like ages ago, I was showing off my blood magic automation. 2 months if you sleep. Yeah, that's. It's still a lot. But it's a hell of a game. You get interested in PLC automation. Is that a real life thing or is that a game thing? Do you guys know the game Pathologic? Real life. PLC. Programmable logic controllers. Okay. So it's like, it's not a term I'm familiar with, so I don't know how to contextualize it. An industrial digital computer that has been ruggedized and adapted for the control of manufacturing processes such as assembly lines, robotic devices, or any activity that requires high reliability of programming and process fault diagnosis. That's cool. I'm curious. So when I think of programming, I usually think of programming languages. I'm assuming these have a specific type of programming language that makes translating code to motion a little bit more. What? We're a media share stream now. I could talk about code. Michael Reeves, yeah. I get a big kick out of Michael Reeves. I wish I could do shit like that. I probably could if I... The pissing robot dog was really funny. I don't mean to dive into code, but it's like a big part of my professional life. Yeah. I think what I like about him, because I watch a couple other yeah, I have. Yeah. I can throw it up in the background. I don't know, can I just play the full video? I think Michael Reeves. I originally found Michael Reeves when he was doing the video of, what was it? The robot that shines a laser into his eyes. That was a lot of fun. Is OTV the group he's with now? With Pokimane or whatever her name is? Okay. Offline TV. Michael's the only one that I know from that. He used to live with another YouTuber that I like to watch, William Osmond. And I get a big kick out of that guy. Because he also does, like, silly robot things. Why does this not work? Yeah, this is the Chocobo song. Right? Oh, no. This is... yeah, okay. Looking at the title of it, it's called Shuffle or Boogie. This is the card game that's in Final Fantasy VIII. I skipped too far in the video. It's still too far. I like that it kicks the cup over.
No, wait. Wait. Where is it? Oh, Michael.
Look! A steamy cup of beer! Then you barely even notice him. He's just like in the corner of your house.
What's he doing now?
And he just like waits until someone else needs their beer filled. Come on, you're really embarrassing me in front of the people right now, honestly. Oh no, you did it again.
I might get a takedown. No, I won't. I don't think I'll get a takedown. It might get muted. No, he might. I don't know. What was I gonna say? Final Fantasy. I kind of want to do a Final Fantasy stream. I think I have Final Fantasy 12 through the Xbox app. But I also haven't, like, finished the other games that I was playing. Do you guys think that's a problem? Do I have a problem? June, I appreciate you volunteering EDF. Alright, guys. Catch you later. I probably won't be on too long anyway. Traitor. You're traitor hats. So says June. Yeah, the stream was so catastrophic. Oh my god. I just wanted to play a fucking noir police game about a chicken. And it just couldn't happen. June, it crashed my computer twice. It was so bad. Because I was playing a game called Chicken... Hats wants me to play Battle Princess Madeline again. The Chicken Police. I was playing a game called Chicken Police, and it was goddamn miserable. The game itself wasn't miserable, but I played through it twice, and it just locked up my entire computer. You got this inspiration for the BPM meme from Michael, the intro of this racist Elmo video. Trigger Me Elmo, yeah. Trigger Me Elmo was fun. This inspiration's a good pun, though. I'll use that from now on. I'll steal it. I'm stealing it. It's mine now. I will definitely forget about it by next stream. Unless I re-look at this stream in the morning, which happens on occasion. Huh. Why is this not capturing? Transform. Fit to screen. There it is. Look, I have Final Fantasy XII. There it is. In all of its glory. It's the second Final Fantasy game that I bought for PlayStation, and I never played it. That's not true. I played it a little bit, but I never got more than like 2 hours into the game, which is not fun at all, which is not far at all. Catch you later, Hats. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the sub. So, I don't know if I will play it. If there's interest, I'll play it. But it's there. You love 12? Should I play it? Like, legitimately, should I play through it? Like, if I did a stream, if I did multiple streams and played through all of 12 with a strategy guide, do you think that would be interesting to watch? Or is that just or is it Final Fantasy XII a thing I should play on my own time? In your opinion? Get past the sewers before you sleep. I won't get past the sewers before I sleep. Tonight, is what you're saying. Okay. Play it on my own. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, but I know there's a lot of streamers, there's a few streamers that I like to watch that they play Final Fantasy games and people just go apeshit for them. So I'm just trying to think of it as in terms of like full playthroughs. I don't know, I got a lot of games that I want to play. I know I've started a bunch of games on stream, and I just never know if it's interesting to watch them as I play through them. When the weather is stormy and you go to a specific map, in an area, a unique area boss spawns. I guess I don't know enough about it. Fair enough. You only show up for the capitalist ranting. I feel like I haven't had a good rant in a long time. I gotta remember. What about destroy all humans? Yeah, that's true. But still, I value your opinion. I didn't know you only heard the audio. I thought you were... Never mind. Well... I'm glad you were able to get entertainment out of that anyway. Let's see... okay. I definitely wouldn't want it to be hazardous to your health. Okay. I'd never heard of people getting sick from motion sick from watching videos on vehicles. I know a lot of people get sick from reading. I guess it's the same idea, but I never thought about it. Did you ever play this game, Destroy All Humans? Oh, I got new skins, hell yeah. I played this game a bunch when I was a wee lad. And I saw that it was on sale, it was for sale. It's probably on sale as well. I wouldn't have bought it at full price. Humans of planet Earth, be advised. While the experience has been upgraded, the content and historical record of the original invasion of the Furons remains a near identical clone. The story, words... Cool.
Hello, friends. Have you ever gazed up into the night sky and wondered at the possibility of life on other planets? What marvelous beings might exist out there, hands extended in friendship, awaiting the moment when we humans take our first tentative steps into space? What tales will be told of that glorious day when we are first contacted by our brothers from beyond the stars?
All systems go, General. 4.
Come on, baby, show us what you got.
3.
What the hell?
2.
What in the blue blazes is that?
1.
No, wait! Stop the countdown!
They blew up my ship. I don't remember a ton about this game other than you play as an alien and you blow up shit and try to kill people.
Incompetent fool. I should never have sent you.
What's shaking, Pox? You look a little, what's the word? Constipated.
Looks good though.
Let's just say I hope you turn out to be less of an evolutionary dead end than your predecessor.
You lost me.
Shall I tell you a secret? Few of our people know this, but the DNA patterns in our cloning banks are becoming more and more degraded with each new clone.
That's bad, right?
Only if we want to retain our immortality through cloning. Of course it's bad! I sent Crypto-136 in search of a planet we visited many eons ago. A planet seeded with pure Furon DNA. But I
Sounds
lost
like
contact.
the same voice
Let
actor.
me get this straight. You sent me, him, Crypto-136, to a hostile planet, and he's disappeared. Maybe captured, maybe even being tortured as we speak.
Well, I wouldn't jump to any conclusion.
I bet you wouldn't. Let me tell you something.
The same voice
Pox.
actor of
You're
Invader
a
Zim.
smart cookie. But there's a time for thought, and there's a time for action. And this is one of those times.
Which?
The second one.
Perhaps you're right, 137.
Of course I'm right. You kidding me? A cryptosporidium captured by a bunch of monkeys? We gotta go in. We gotta crack some craniums. We gotta rescue me. Him. He's gotta rescue me. I mean, I gotta... Brains, man. When do I get to blow things up?
Patience, Crypto, patience. I take your point. Prepare the mothership.
That's what I'm talking about. So, what's the name of this crummy planet?
Our destination. The planet Earth.
So I remember having this game on PS2, and then they remastered it more recently. It reminds you of Halo, just because there's aliens. You play as the alien, though. And you kill people and buildings. Kill them all! The Elder floating in a chair. I guess I don't remember that happening in Halo. Although, to be fair, I only played Reach and 1 and 3. Is floating in a chair a thing that commonly happens in Halo? Blue Moon. Oh, okay. Maybe I should play through the Halo games. I have too many games at this point. I got so many games that I want to play. Not enough time to play them. And I'd like to play a bunch of them on stream, but I don't know if people would want to watch. Show up for them. You still subscribe to Humble Monthly? Nice. Do you play any of the games from Humble Monthly? Yeah.
Orthobox to
It backs up so
Cryptosporidium
fast.
137. Come in, Cryptosporidium.
Especially when you're spending 2 months
Here.
worth of
How's
time
the
playing
view from the safety of the mothership?
EDF.
Very funny. Let's just say I'm glad I'm up here and you're down there. Loathsome little planet. Now, Crypto, to ensure this invasion runs smoothly, it is imperative we identify the dominant life forms on this world. Those lactating bovoids are likely candidates.
Surely you don't mean those foul-smelling gas bags beyond the fence?
Yes, I'm afraid I do.
But they're covered in nipples.
Now, Cryptosporidium! And Crypto, do verify your suit is working under Earth's atmospheric conditions. Get a move on!
This also just reminded me of a game I played a long time ago called, I think it was called Deer Hunter, where you played as a deer that went hunting humans. It probably wasn't Deer Hunter.
We can peer into the minds of lower life forms via the Cortex scan. Rip the preliterate thoughts from their pathetic little brains. Moo? Primitive, yet profound. Scan another one. Again with the moo. I think these lactating bovoids are trying to fool us.
They eat with their mouths? I think I'm going to be violently ill.
This guy sounds like
Attention,
Trevor
Earth
from
creatures.
GTA 5.
This planet is now part of the Furon Empire. Your benevolent masters welcome you. At this time, we wish to abduct you for the purpose of scientific research. The procedure will be protracted and invasive. Do you have any objections? Earth creature, I am addressing you. Respond or be vaporized. I don't care how many stomachs you have. I don't have time for this.
Why does he know how many stomachs they
We
have?
Furons have evolved the astounding power of psychokinesis, Crypto. Target an object or creature, then lift it into the sky. Use PK to finish off the belligerent bovines. Slam them into the ground. Curse these creatures.
Ooh.
Good work, Crypto.
I could have drowned a cow in a lake.
Martha.
I think that was one of the secondary objectives.
Barbecue for dinner?
Why did you say that name?
Wait a minute. That ain't steak. That's holy mother. Martha, give me the shotgun.
Martha.
This looks like a job for the Zapumatic. Fry that farmer. Extract and collect the brainstem from what's left of the agricultural engineer. You can consume the brainstem and collect the Furon DNA.
Got his brain.
Harold, come on back. You gotta see this. They got a talking horse on the TV. I ain't never seen nothing like. Ah! Little green spaceman! Ah!
I am not green.
Game is pretty self-aware. Why are my frames dropping?
Be merciless. Let none survive.
Oh, there's a lot of guys over here.
What's this? Communist Russia?
Yeah, communist Russia.
Excellent work, Crypto.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's not green at all.
Good work, Crypto.
Evening, Ms. Turnipseed. We got a call from Farmer Dixon over the other side of the state road. Said he heard some pretty strange noises coming from over this way.
Little green spaceman!
What
all
is
over the
that?
place.
A
He
new
got my
silo?
arrow, electrocuted him with a big old...
Crypto! That human law enforcement officer is attempting an unauthorized entry of your spacecraft. If those pea-brains were to get their hands on your quantum deconstructor, they could rip a hole in the space-time continuum. Oh, the
Well,
furonity.
time to kill him.
Vaporize them, Crypto!
Oh, you didn't know.
Crypto, my radar shows
I need a
more
chicken.
humans approaching.
Where's the
Hurry
chicken?
to the saucer.
Was there only one chicken and I killed it? I forgot water was bad. Water's a bad thing in this game. Don't shoot me, go away. Ow. Don't shoot me. Stop it. I'll kill you in a minute.
Wake up, whoever's there.
Got her.
Get in your flying saucer and annihilate everything in your path.
This game doesn't fuck around. Forgot about how intense it was.
Take a spin in your saucer. Get a feel for the controls and then go ahead and start shooting. Destroy all buildings. Leave no trace. Bomb those monkeys back to the Stone Age.
Bomb those monkeys back to the Stone Age. Man, what a game.
Nice shooting, Crypto.
Oh no. The military.
Move out, man! Move, move, move!
That's what you're supposed to think when the
I
US
don't know,
military
but I've
shows
been
up.
told. I don't know, but I've been told. Joe McCarthy's good as gold. Joe McCarthy's good as gold.
Oh, great. The human military-industrial complex. We can't allow them to alert their leaders to our presence. Exterminate them! Now!
Open fire!
Crypto, I hereby give you official permission to destroy all humans! Look out! There are more to the north in the bushes!
In the bushes.
Replenish your saucer shields by draining any human vehicle.
Well, I drained that fella over there. What is
The
drain?
humans are making a final push! Wipe them out once and for all!
Perfect!
It'd be kind of nice if, when they remade the game, they made it so that items in front of the camera went transparent, so that stuff like this wouldn't happen.
Excellent work, Crypto.
Did you see what I saw?
You bet your sweet ass I did. What did you see?
Little green man in a flying saucer wiping out the best infantry unit in the U.S. Army.
Oh, so
Right,
the rest of the
good.
game's gonna
Me
be
too.
super easy.
Green? Not gray?
Don't be a stiff. You know what it means?
Absolutely. What?
It means the paper's got it right for once. Get on the horn to Silhouette. We've got the worst case scenario.
The eggheads were actually onto something? I don't believe it.
Believe it, Roswell was only the beginning. The invasion is on.
Man, I didn't drown a cow in a lake. Cattle mutilation pandemic. Farter. Alright. Farmer disappears amidst cow abuse allegations. Nuclear bomb fallout shelter with air filters.
Now then, I know what you're thinking. What can I, a lowly novice, do to help bring about the destruction of Earth and the inevitable reign of the Furon Empire? Well, I'll tell you. It was in the earliest days of the Empire we realized our species was doomed. Eons of waging war on inferior races with unregulated atomic weaponry had mutated our genes. We could not propagate due to our complete and utter lack of genitalia. Fortunately, a Furon ship happened upon Earth on its way back from destroying the Martians. Human society was young and nubile. Sailors on a foreign planet, letting off steam, one thing led to another. Long story short, every human being alive today has buried deep in his genetic code a strand of Furon DNA.
Oh.
Over the eons, we've learned to clone ourselves, but with each iteration, the information degrades, and the results are increasingly unpredictable. The Furon genes in humanity's DNA are ancient, uncorrupted. They represent the future of the Furon race. If only we can get at them.
So that's how I unlock upgrades?
Welcome to my little laboratory. You may not have known this, but I flatter myself to be something of an inventor. In my spare time, I've been developing some truly impressive weapon and ability upgrades. I'd be happy to share them with you. If you've got something for me in trade, say some of that delicious DNA you've collected.
Delicious DNA. I don't have enough DNA. I need the humans to give me more DNA. Freaking humans. Oh, I have enough for UFO shit. Oh, is that exiting the game? Oh. That was fun. It was a fun little trip down memory lane. I played that game a lot when I was a kid. When I was a wee little PS2 player. That was just an aside. I don't know what I want to do with my streaming now. I was playing Doom for a while. And tried Narita Boy. Narita Boy is alright. Hats wanted me to play Battle Princess Madeline. I think there were updates to the game, so maybe it's better than it used to be? Battle Princess Madeline? Here, I'll show you. It's like, have you ever heard of Ghosts and Goblins? Oh no, is everything broken again? It's broken. Task. Man, I gotta uninstall a lot of shit on my computer. I feel like it's just always broken at this point. My profile pic is really perfect? What, on Twitch? Because he's very confused. Oh, why is nothing going to work? Up, up. Man, like, it seems like nothing ever wants to work properly. Though I did just find out I can switch desktop views without breaking everything. I guess that's not entirely true. Tell me the game. Okay. I was gonna say the game got stuck on the health warning. Transform, fit the screen. Nope. So this game, Battle Princess Madeline, or Madeline, this game made me miserable when I first played it. Yeah, they really wanted me to be aware. Oh, I forgot you have to watch the entire thing. Oh, they made it faster though. That little intro used to take like 30 seconds of just watching Battle Princess Madeline be uncovered as lightning struck. So, if you're familiar at all with Ghosts and Goblins, this game is kind of that. Holy shit. Look at how far that knocks you back. And with the knockback in this game, you don't regain control of your character until you hit the ground. So as a platformer, this game is just so miserable. I wonder if they have anything to do with the buttons I saw in the room above the drawings. There must be some way to stop the waterfall. I think they made updates to the game since I finished it. So some of my complaints may not be entirely warranted. One of the things that drove me up a wall, though, when you... So there's a lot of enemies that, like, they'll be up diagonally from you or down diagonally from you. And when you go to throw your weapon, you'll notice it only goes either sideways or up. When you upgrade it the first time, it goes in 3 directions, 2 diagonally in front of you and 1 straight in front of you. But if you upgrade it a second time, if you upgrade your weapon a second time, it goes back to just being a regular single ahead of you attack. And I was so mad about it. Like, maybe it did more damage or something, but I honestly couldn't tell. And the game is it can be so relentless. Like that. No, it wasn't an upgrade. Maybe there was more damage, but it was absolutely more limited in terms of how you could use it. And it was so frustrating. Also, I just realized I had full health when I respawned, and then when I came in here, I'm down to 2 bars of health. And that seems like, like not a good thing. There's also a bunch of times when you get blind drops like that, where you don't realize what's below you when you drop from whatever it is you're standing on. This was a game I backed on Kickstarter, so like that's the entire reason why I ended up playing it. Oh, there's double jump. I have double jump. I have seen that they did upgrades. They did add things into the game though, so maybe it's not as bad as it used to be. For example, when I first played it, there was no map. And I know in the patch notes, when they changed the game... into this room. I must live with my choices. I think the inventory was more limited, and I think there's a lot of levels in the game that are now shorter because of player feedback. But there are certain levels in this game that were just like incredibly long, especially for the point in the game, because it was like the first or second level in the game that you would get to. And like it was just... It was very frustrating when I first played it. so I'd hope things are better now. But this game is actually the first game I played where Hats actually joined in to watch regularly. And I think he did it specifically because of how pissed off the game made me. But I played through all of it. I was committed. I did have to live with my choices on that. I think a lot of it was I was still trying to get people to tune into my streams, and I thought I could do that by playing the same game over and over again. But it turns out it doesn't matter if I play the same game or entirely different games all the time. Very few people will stop by and watch. Which, you know, I don't blame them, but... But with this game, if you're at all familiar with Ghosts and Goblins, it is a pretty relentless game from, like, the NES era. So as an example, I ran out of X, whatever that is up in the top right, and so I didn't get a continue. These things aren't quite as bad as I remember. I don't know, I guess I got, yeah. I guess I got to a point where the ranting didn't, like, it wasn't just free-flowing. I probably could if I got drunk enough, but, at this point I'd be complaining about very specific things that I'd be worried about, them blowing back on me. When I played Battle Princess Madeline, I think I was very specifically complaining about the game. When I was playing EDF, it gave me more freedom to complain about other things, especially because players like you were not afraid to carry. Oh, there's a button there. Well, the team killing didn't help. The team killing helped me get drunk. But... those are good times. I should play EDF again. Maybe I'll just be an EDF streamer forever. Oh, this teleport to Travel Stone thing is new. Absolutely. I will tell you, if I wasn't drinking, I probably would have been very silent. It's not usually in my nature to play like multiplayer games. Weirdly because of an anxiety, even though if we were just playing together you wouldn't know anything about me. Yeah, things worked out. I'm just thinking about the past, reminiscing, in a sense. I'm not like sour about any of it. I feel like in the course of human history, I was born just a little bit too early to be comfortable with like FaceTime stuff without alcohol. Because FaceTime seems to be a big thing now, but I don't like showing my face. I've had online friends that I've never spoken to them directly, like on the phone or on voice chat or anything, just because, I don't know, like, having someone be able to hear my voice was just a little too personal. It's very strange. But then here I am, getting drunk and streaming, telling people how much I despise the idea. Oh yeah. I did a little bit, yeah. You were always very quiet, and I don't know if that was intentional, it might have been, but you were always very quiet. Oh, the knockback in this game. Fuck this game. Hello.
Okay, now you heard my voice.
Now I've heard your voice. Deeper than I remember.
I changed my headset.
You changed your headset, so now it's a better headset?
I used to use those standing mic, then I changed to a headset with a built-in one.
Oh, okay.
Also, maybe all that shouting around at work. But I didn't used to talk much until I started working.
You what?
I didn't used to talk very much until I started working. Then I had to talk to contractors, vendors, clients. So I got used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how that is. I didn't talk to a lot of people outside of my circles until I started like working in a more professional environment, and now it seems I can't get people off the phone.
Yeah. That's why I resigned.
Yeah.
Because I'm on call 24 hours a day, so I'll get calls at midnight.
Ooh.
What do I do with this?
Yeah, that sounds miserable.
Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't mind if they called me for like valid stuff. But usually it's someone who didn't look at the screen properly, or he just doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Stuff that could be avoided if they had proper training.
Right. Yeah. Luckily, I don't have to deal with that kind of stuff.
But for my position, I'm kind of a trainer as well for those junior stuff. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think it makes more sense for you probably just because when stuff goes wrong and you're, at least with your old position, like things were going catastrophically wrong.
Well, by
Or
the time I
sometimes
left,
anyway.
everything was quite stable.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I managed to get everything quite stable, more or less. All the small issues are gone. And all the new guys that I just got, they knew how to do their job. I basically did overtime for every day for my last week to like iron out all the issues before I left.
Yeah. But you should know, as soon as you leave, that's when shit really hits the fan. That's always been my experience. I don't know why, but as soon as the guy who knows what he's doing leaves, that's as soon as that happens, everything starts going wrong. What? Why is Steam VR launching? Anyway, I'm gonna stop streaming. And then I'll try to pick this up maybe on Monday or so.
Monday.
I'm
sure.
I'm thinking. You say sure?
So I don't know when I start work.
Oh, okay.
I supposedly have 1 month of working from home before I have to go on site again.
And you just...
In that time, I might have resigned and found another job. Hopefully.
I think you should stick it out until the month's over. Maybe work in quotes 2 jobs at once. Do they have you actually doing anything while you're working from home?
At the moment, no. This work from home is more like, hiding out from the police for a while.
Just, yeah.
Like the only reason they hired me is that they don't want me to find another job in this time. So they're keeping me paid. But they don't want me to go on site because my ex-boss might take issue to the fact that they poached one of their staff.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
hey.
Basically like hiding out from the police right now.
Hey, take advantage of it while you can, right?
Yeah. I'm waiting for either the first company or my ex-boss to get back to me.
Yeah.
They both sound good, just I like one more than the other. But one is more likely to get back to me than the other as well.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you'd be good either way, right? You just got to get to that point.
Yeah, right now I'm just weighing it based on which job would I regret not taking more. So
yeah.
So that would be my ex-boss, because as what my family's point of view is that I just started working, so if I want to mess around and try other jobs, now's a good time.
Yeah, before you get settled in.
Yeah, before I really found my niche.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and even if the one that you want doesn't end up working out, like maybe the other one, maybe you'll find that you really like the other one for some reason. I don't know.
I think I like the job. I'm more worried about my contractor is not the easiest guy to get along with.
Okay.
I don't know how. I don't know what's the word in English. Kancheong, kancheong. I need to Google this. Nervous, uptight.
Okay. Yeah.
Like he's the kind of guy where I'll tell him I'll get back to you by 5 p.m. and by 4:30 he's asking me why is there no updates? What's going on? Are you gonna get back to me soon?
So he's like he pesters you a lot. Like he's all over
so
you.
Much. So much.
Yeah.
Like he asked when he recommended me to meet his boss for the position he's trying to recruit me for. He was texting me like every 1 or 2 hours after, because on the day I met the guy, I met him at 2 p.m. So like every hour or so, or every 2 hours after 2 p.m., he was asking me like, how do you go? How do you go? You know, oh, any news? When are you gonna join me?
Well, it sounds like he's eager to have you.
He is, but because I was kind of stressed, so I lost my temper.
Yeah. Well, that happens. I mean, like your future was kind of up in the air, and you had to work on top of that. So, like, it's only reasonable that you wouldn't be completely.
It's more like his attitude when I told him that I might have another position. His attitude wasn't to find out more about the other company. It's more like, oh, it's definitely gonna suck. It's gonna be worse than the one that I'm offering. Like he's very dismissive.
Yeah, like don't even bother.
Mm.
And that's the guy you're with right now, or that's the other. Is that the guy you're with right now?
That guy is from this company that I just joined.
Okay.
He's resigning and is trying to get me to join his new company.
Okay.
That's the one that offer that I'm talking about. Then my ex-boss was the one that I worked before my current company.
And that's the one you want to work with.
Yeah. Nice guy. And also because he's more interested in renewables, and he has this idea of solving the energy crisis by reusing the waste that we produce in everyday life. And I'm quite curious to see how that goes.
If he can do that, that's going to be like world changing.
When I worked for him, I also did some technology research. I go and read up on other companies' quotations and stuff like that. So yeah, like I did find some companies that look very promising. Like there was one that was converting plastic to oil.
Wow.
So plastic to diesel. The waste plastic. So I think he's still in discussions with the company right now. Just that now it's an issue of having too many stakeholders, so it's hard to satisfy everyone.
Yeah.
Those kind of stuff is what I studied back in school, so it's kind of where my interest lies.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys could make something like that work at an economical scale, that would be like you'd be changing the world at that point.
Yeah, especially in Singapore, because we have basically no natural resources, no land, no oil, we don't even have trees.
Wow.
Well, it's too small to do industrial scale logging.
Yeah. So a lot of
they did say the only natural resource we have is our people, and even that is, density wise it might be higher than the US, but population in total is a lot smaller because we are like the size of one of your legs. think there was a lake that was like bigger than Singapore. And Singapore.
That's wild. I'd be curious to see what it's like, how life is different in such a way, because like the US is it's not very dense at all.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of natural resources. So like not so much the broad stuff, but like the day to day.
It's kind of like Japan, I guess. Very crowded, very congested everywhere, especially in the business areas.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I feel like I'd have a panic attack.
Singapore is 690 square kilometers. The US is about 9.2 million square kilometers.
So it's a little bit bigger.
13,420 times the size of Singapore.
Is that all? I mean, that's a hell of a difference.
I remember I did find a website where they would like overlay Singapore over like different landmarks in different countries just to compare the size.
Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about. TheTrueSize.com.
Is it the one? Try. TrueSize.com.
The US, the entire US except for Alaska would fit comfortably inside the northwest part of Africa.
Okay, let me see. God, it's so pathetic.
So tiny.
Yeah. Are you trying it as well?
Yeah.
It's so small. I think you have islands bigger than this.
Wow. Singapore is not much bigger than like the couple cities around my area.
Yeah. This how small we are. I think I read somewhere that like Singapore is smaller than the entire size of Tokyo. Let's Japan.
Tokyo? Let's find out.
It's Japan.
But I guess it doesn't really highlight Tokyo, but are all these
I don't know how this map works.
Here, let me window capture.
No, seems like it only works on countries.
Yeah, it doesn't show the city.
Okay, but like okay, you compare Singapore, you compare to like Malaysia to the north and Indonesia to the south. In fact, if you scroll the map out, you can't actually see Singapore.
There it is.
No, but like you scroll out and you can still see Malaysia, you can still see Indonesia. You can't see Singapore anymore.
Well, it highlights it.
Yeah, if it's highlighted, you can see it. No, other than that, no.
This map is kind of crazy though. Like, because of how the maps are projected. Like, just looking at it, well, I guess this isn't a good indicator because it kind of makes sense. But like, wow, China compared to the US looks.
So that's why I said I'm sure there's a lake somewhere that's just bigger than the whole of Singapore.
Yeah.
Ah, Lake Erie. Look at that. That shit.
Lake
It
Erie
feels
is
like-
on the other side of the state from me.
I feel like 20 Singapore in there.
You could fit, like 50 Singapores in Lake Erie. It's
Yeah. It's so small.
St. Clair. Let's see. I wonder how close of a fit we could get. If you molded it, you might be able to fit all of Singapore into Seaver Lake in Utah. Man, I couldn't imagine. Like, you always use public transportation for getting around, and I think it makes a lot more sense when you can get to the other side of the country in like, how long
Yes,
would that take?
even-
Like an hour?
At most an hour. I've been to England. We drove a whole day, and we got halfway across the state.
Yeah.
So when my friends tell me about I went on a holiday, I drove for 12 hours. I thought, the fuck. Then I went to England for like my exchange program. I understood.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, you can, if you were to start driving in Texas for a full day, like from this point all the way on the left side of Texas, just go straight east, a full day you still wouldn't be all the way through Texas.
What the hell?
Like, Texas is gigantic. It's stupid big.
Well, that will be why you need like a state government and a federal government, right?
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
really need that because we're not that big. One
There's,
government is enough.
yeah, there's so much land in the US, and I don't understand why people complain about we're running out of space, because we're really not.
We are running out of space. Like now, Singapore doesn't have much land left that is like undeveloped, but
Yeah.
the population is still growing. So new houses that are coming up, they're just getting smaller and smaller. So like I live in this is three room apartment. This is made back in I think 1980s,
Okay.
1950s. Yeah, 1950s. A 3 room apartment now that's just built will be like half the size.
Wow. So are they? They're not like building the apartment buildings bigger. They're just making the rooms smaller, or they're doing both.
They're doing both.
Okay.
Because like I think we also like, even though the population is growing, I don't think many people are like getting married or having children. They're just moving out on their own.
Okay. So it's sort of,
Where is Singapore? I lost the map of Singapore. I wonder if there's an island like in the middle of nowhere that's just bigger than Singapore. South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands.
In Georgia, the country.
Okay, you look at South America, the tip of Argentina, then to the west of it. Sorry, into the east. The Falkland Islands, that's already bigger than Singapore.
Yeah, by quite a bit.
Islands in this country.
Man, Singapore's such a tiny place.
Which is why I don't really understand the scale when you mention like having to travel around.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you, when you think of your country, like you have to think on a smaller scale, a more compact scale. When I'm thinking of the U.S., there's so much space here. It's wild.
But it's not very densely populated, right? Only certain areas.
Yeah, pretty much just the cities. The suburbs are getting more densely populated, but not to such an extent that they're overpopulated. It's actually kind
Russia
of...
is huge.
Hmm?
Russia is huge.
Yeah, Russia's big. I don't think it's... Is it as big as... It's as big as Northern Africa.
It could fit like... Why does the scale shift when I move them around?
Of the countries? Because it's morphing it to account for
like
the projection. Yeah.
Well, actually... Wait, what's this? This US?
Because if you move it all the way to the top, it kind of
So
explodes.
America's like half the size of Russia. About there.
The US?
Yeah.
Yeah, about half.
It does kind of explode when you shift it around.
Yeah, if you go to the north, all the way north or all the way south, the shape of it just blows up over the top.
When you try it with Singapore, you don't see much difference.
I mean, and like Antarctica, it kind of does something similar. Antarctica is just a little bit bigger, looks like, than the US.
Oh, but because of the projection, it's like...
Yeah, like the entire...
Yeah. I'm just trying like dragging the Singapore map, the marker around, and it's still tiny.
What if I pull Singapore to the poles? How big does it get?
It's not very big. You can try.
If I go off the map, it gets pretty big. It's kind of funny, actually.
Oh, now I can see it.
Yeah.
You just need to be off the planet.
Let's see. The smallest state, I think, is still bigger than Singapore by quite a bit.
The smallest state.
Rhode Island.
How do I remove the map? Oh, okay.
I think if you just right click them, any ones that you don't want. Yeah, Rhode Island is our smallest state, and looks like
it's bigger.
Maybe about 7 Singapores could fit into Rhode Island.
Can't imagine living there. There's a Martha's vineyard, like slightly to the east of Rhode Island. Looks almost the same size.
What's that?
To the east of Rhode Island, there is a vineyard.
To the east of Rhode Island.
Oh, there. Down. What's that vineyard? Down.
Virginia?
You have an island called Vineyard.
Oh, here?
Oh, yeah, around there.
Martha's Vineyard?
Is that the name?
I guess. I think it's maybe that is the name of the island. I don't actually know. I've heard of Martha's Vineyard, but I thought it was like a place where they grow grapes for wine or something.
Oh, it's not. It's not.
I have no idea.
It's an island.
That's what I thought it was.
Oh, it's actually an island. Like the whole place is called Martha's Vineyard.
There you go. There's
the upside is fun.
You got to keep in mind, the U.S. is a big place. I don't know all the little islands and everything.
I'm just looking at your like road map.
Yeah.
What's all those blue shields and what looks like a police badge?
So that's there's an interstate. So those long lines are just roads that go all the way across the country. And so the blue shields are the numbers of the highways, and that's how we keep track of like where we are when we're on the highways.
I can never live there. I'll get lost.
Well, I mean, we have GPS now, so it's not a big deal. This is a cool map, though. I always used to think like Canada was so completely massive. And while it's pretty big, it's definitely not as big as I thought it was.
Does Canada include all the ice sheets to the north near Greenland?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's huge.
I mean, it goes on. It's certainly big. But when you sort of put it into proportion, like it loses some of its size.
If you only take into account places that people can live.
Yeah.
Like basically the southern tip of it.
Yeah, I think most of Canada is mostly along the border in terms of population.
Isn't that kind of like Australia? Yeah, like all the towns in Australia is mainly
on the east coast.
On the east coast.
Yeah. They were too afraid to go inland. What's that?
I've been to melee training in Australia.
Oh yeah, where at?
Somewhere near Queensland.
Well, Queensland's a big place, though. How big is Queensland compared to Singapore?
I think the desert that I went for training is bigger than Singapore. Let me see if I can find the place. Queensland. Wallaby. Wait, Newcastle. Wait, it's a Newcastle in Australia.
Uh,
Yeah, I can't find the place, but it was somewhere in central or slightly off central of Australia. It was just a big, very dry. Not really a desert. There were trees, but it's all very dry and hot. So we went there for training when I was in the army.
yeah. Was that tough?
Not really. The heat was actually a lot more bearable than in Singapore because you don't sweat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like it's very dry. So in Singapore, it might be slightly cooler in terms of temperature, but because of the humidity, you just feel like shit.
Yeah.
You know, like now, if I walk down, I stay on the 8th floor, so if I walk down the stairs to the first floor, buy something for lunch, I come back up, my shirt's probably going to be soaked.
Oh, jeez. Well, here, I think it's about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that would be in Celsius, but it's pretty cool right now.
Wow. Not even my air conditioning goes to this temperature.
It'll start warming up quick, though.
Singapore is 88.
88. That's hot.
88 with,
That's hot in my opinion.
This is quite standard temperature. In fact, it's slightly cooler than usual.
Slightly cooler.
Remember, it like certain times of the year it goes up to it like remains around 35, 37. So 31. Now what's the humidity like over there?
It varies. In Pennsylvania, a lot of people like to complain that the humidity is really bad. So maybe it is in comparison to a lot of other places.
So 13 degrees humid. Oh wow, 93%. What the fuck? Was it raining? That's why.
It says it's 91 right now, where I'm at. And I don't.
Is it raining?
I don't think it's raining.
Singapore is about 70%.
So I think when it starts getting warmer here, we probably get to what you see like right now at our worst.
But 93% humidity is quite high.
Yeah. I mean, that happens on occasion. Some days are miserable in the weather here, but they're not.
How do you have 93% humidity but only 15% rainfall?
It's a mystery.
Like, Singapore is 70% humidity and 60% rainfall.
I guess it rains a lot more there. I'm actually, I think I'm in a little bit of a weird spot too because, in my town, I think because of the geographic layout of my area, we don't get a lot of the bad weather that a lot of the areas around us get. So like when there's extreme winds and things of that nature, like tornadoes, hurricanes, and things like that, they don't really affect my town as much as they do the towns around us. Just because of, I think because we're in a valley.
Oh, it kind of like shields the Pennsylvania from all the weather.
Well, yeah, just my area of Pennsylvania.
Oh,
But yeah. I mean, I don't know a lot about how it works, but like they'll be talking about emergencies in my area and things will be perfectly fine where I'm at.
for Singapore, it's like they will say, you know, the Southeast Asia, typhoons, rainstorms, and Singapore won't get any of it because everything gets hit. Everything hits Indonesia or Malaysia first, and loses all the steam by the time it comes here. Remember in 2004 there was a tsunami.
There was the one by Sri Lanka?
I think so.
I remember a big tsunami hitting Sri Lanka really hard.
2004 Indian earthquake in Sumatra. Sri Lanka. I think Sri Lanka was a more recent one.
That might be right.
Oh, okay, no. Sri Lanka is one of the countries affected by it. Yeah, so basically Singapore was more or less fine because we are surrounded by other countries.
Yeah, because you got...
They bore the brunt of the tsunami.
Yeah, you got Sumatra in your way.
So part of our lessons in school, is about not pissing off your neighbors. Like I remember at that time, Singapore like kept sending relief groups over to Indonesia because the Indonesian government kept talking shit like you're fine because someone was in the way of the tsunami.
Were they really that?
I mean,
like,
they
petty?
didn't say that openly, but I think that was kind of the sentiment.
Okay, so it was more implied than.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, they asked for a lot of aid, and Singapore just gave it to them because, because basically stood in the way of the tsunami.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, it was good that they sent aid, though. Hey, look, Singapore is better than the Cocos Islands. I just found some islands out southwest of Sumatra. There's these tiny little islands.
How will you get there?
I have no idea.
Like in the middle of the ocean. Can you imagine the boat trying to find their way there?
Yeah, right. I don't know, I think you'd have to charter a private plane or something.
Oh, but it looks nice.
Bigger than the Christmas Islands, too.
Have you seen the Google image of it? It looks nice.
Of Cocos?
Yeah.
I think this is a different place. Cocos. Keeling Islands.
I think that's the one.
Oh, it looks very nice.
It looks like a holiday retreat.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, probably once you go there, no way back. No ship's gonna find you.
Still, I mean, it looks like not a bad place to get lost.
I like my computer.
Well, yeah.
I don't think they have Netflix there.
You can make your own Netflix. Just pretend. There's like four distinct land masses for those islands. And one is, it seems like it's way far north. It's probably not that far. But like when you zoom in, it's way up there.
Oh wow. It's like a lake within, small. It looks nice to go diving.
Oh yeah. It's very interesting.
I wonder what it look like you try diving to the like big blue spot over there.
In that top island?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's just a small lake.
Oh, speaking of playing Subnautica gave me nightmares.
What's that?
Playing Subnautica gave me nightmares.
Oh, I know. I only played a little bit of Subnautica.
It's fun, but because I don't like deep water, and at some point in the game you have to leave the shallow area of the map. So like for me the worst thing is that when you're diving and you look down. Usually, so far I've only been diving to like those coral reefs, so you can still see the bottom. But I've seen pictures where like they dive, they look down, it's just blue. You don't see anything else. So there are moments in Subnautica where that is like that. Then if you look down, then suddenly you see a Leviathan just swim by.
Wow.
And like, nope, I'm going back. I'm not playing anymore.
I played the VR from it for a little while.
Oh, it's very, very hard to control.
Yeah. The motion controls weren't good either for me.
I strained my neck playing that.
You strained your neck?
Yeah, because like your movement is based on the direction you're facing, right? If I remember.
So you press forward and it just goes whatever direction you're looking at?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm scared enough of the ocean. I don't need VR for that. No thanks. I don't want to see a Leviathan through my VR headset.
Do you think it's worth playing? Should I try it?
I think it's quite difficult to get it to work on stream, right?
Maybe. I know a lot of people play it on streams. I wouldn't do VR on stream.
Oh, well, you can try. Actually, to me, the most fun game is either Rec Room, or if you want something more realistic, Onward VR, which is basically Arma 3 but in VR.
Huh.
Or Pavlov VR, which is Counter Strike in VR.
Yeah. I did Phasmophobia. I did a stream in VR for Phasmophobia.
Yeah, well, I did watch that, I think.
Did you show up for that one?
I think I showed up for a bit, then I went back to work.
Oh, okay. That was fun. I found out some neat glitches. Like, if you stand at a certain point in the garage and just keep holding back while you back into a corner, it'll teleport you to the truck.
Huh? So it's like a quick escape?
Yeah, kinda.
I don't think I can ever play a horror game on VR.
I mean, it's not for everybody, but...
Yeah, I don't really play horror games. Unless they're like those puzzle or investigation one. I think the only one I really play is Fear. Just because you had a gun, so...
Right.
After the first few minutes, you just jump scares.
Yeah, no, I mean the horror games where you don't have anything to defend yourself, I don't usually go in for those. I tried playing, what was it, Outlast.
You had Amnesia, right? Outlast.
Hmm?
I recall you streaming, is it Outlast or Amnesia for a while?
I think the only horror game that I streamed a lot of was The Evil Within.
It's a horror game?
Yeah. I don't think I did Outlast because I did a YouTube video in Outlast and it just made me mad that people could see you in pitch dark behind a door and come after you. And so I just decided I was done with it. But on stream, the only horror game I remember playing was The Evil Within.
Can't remember.
Or Soma. I played a little bit of Soma.
Soma.
That's the one where you're in an underwater base.
Oh, I think I didn't watch that one.
This was a while back.
They just took BioShock and gave you no guns.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. I think you're running away from, or there are robots on the loose. I think that's the main enemy, but I don't remember if I ever came across any of them.
Oh, I played Dead Space, but I think the only one that was really like I could consider a horror game was Dead Space 1.
Okay.
2 and 3, I'm not sure if it's because I played so much of it, but then or it's just that the game didn't feel like a horror game anymore. Just feel like action game with jump scares.
Yeah.
Especially Dead Space 3. That one sucks.
I played Dead Space 1 on stream.
Yeah. I played 3 back when I was in the army because when I was in poly, I was still studying. One of my classmates asked me to buy it. Then I played co-op with him for Dead Space 3. I think making a horror game co-op makes it, no longer a horror game.
It takes feel scared more. Yeah, it takes away from it definitely. But I mean, well, it takes away from the horror factor, but I think they're still usually pretty fun. Because I remember the only Fear game I actually got into was, I think it was 3?
The one with the 2 brothers?
Yeah. Where the one player plays as the ghost guy.
Yeah. I thought that was 2.
Oh, maybe it was 2.
Oh yeah, it's 3.
But yeah, I played that with a friend, and I thought that was a blast. But I don't remember like almost any of the game. I just know that I played it.
I think I tried playing it with a friend once, and then he got scared, so he stopped.
Ah. Ha, in a
I mean, he's
co-op?
the kind of guy that doesn't like jump scares or horror games at all. Like, it's even worse than me.
Yeah.
He likes to play strategy games or like city builders like Civ 5. I've been, Slay the Spire.
Yes.
Apparently, I've been trying out this co-op mod.
There's a co-op mode?
There's two different co-op mods. One is where you progress through the map separately, but you can share items and you share items and stuff. There's another mod that I'm trying to get to work right now. I'm trying to figure out how to port forward my router. You supposedly you join in the fights together, like two players in a single fight. The other one I managed to get working is more like we would advance through the map on our own, but we can share items.
Is it the... I'm looking at the mods right now. There's two on the most popular list. One is Spire with Friends, and the other is Multiplayer Together in Spire.
Yes, those two. So I'm trying to get Together in Spire working right now. But Spire with Friends is the one that you kind of just go through the map separately, but there are certain map aspects like the path where they branch out and come back together.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of just you can't go the same path as your friend, but where two roads meet, usually there will be two events like stacked on top of each other.
Oh.
So like maybe the first guy will get a random question mark, a random encounter, but if I get it, then my friend starts on the same spot. He might get a treasure chest or a boss fight, depending on the spawn.
So when the two paths cross back over each other, you might get a different event in that same spot?
Yes. Basically, they will always spawn with two events where the paths cross. Either it will be so if two lines converge, then there'll be two events. If three lines converge, there'll be three events. So the order that you get will depend on who reaches there first. If the first one is a fight and the second one is a treasure chest, then you need to coordinate with your friend, like wait for him to go first, then you go second and get the treasure chest kind of thing.
Okay.
Then they added more rooms, like instead of just shrines, they have this thing called the courier where you can send items to your friends. Like maybe you get a relic that you don't use for your character, but it's better for his, so you can send it over to him.
Huh.
Then you have a shared health pool. So I lost the game because I died twice and my friend was like, the fuck. I was doing so well.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but
I never thought of Slay the Spire as a multiplayer game.
Neither did I. But so he told me that there's this mod you want to try out. So I've been trying to get it to work since last night, but I can't figure out how to port forward without my router. Like how to port forward, because it's been a while. It's been a long time since I had to do anything like that. I only used to do it in like years ago, before like Steam had proper join your friends games kind of thing.
Yeah.
When Magica just came out, so I had to learn how to use Hamachi and Tangle and port forward to set up all the rooms. But now now out of practice. I can't remember how to do it.
Yeah, I've never been able to figure that out. I didn't play games online very often, but any time I did, it was always through some kind of service like Steam or PlayStation or whatever.
It was like in the old days before Steam, got their UI working and your servers working. Like a lot of games didn't have a proper multiplayer function.
Right.
They had co-op, but it would not be through the Steam servers. You had to set up the server on your own. So like usually because my friends couldn't be bothered, I would be the one that set up using either Hamachi or Tangle or some other third-party service. Like for Terraria, I set up a dedicated server because I played the most of it. So it would be the best bet to let me run the game since I'm usually playing anyway.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So now the problem is that for that mod, you need to join your room. The guy needs to the guy needs to port forward. No, the host needs to port forward his IP address, and for your friends to join, you need to input that IP address that you forwarded. But I can't figure out how to set up the IP address correctly because like I don't know what's the internal or external port numbers.
Well, maybe you could join their. I see they have a Discord. Maybe you could hop in there and get someone to help you.
Oh, there's a Discord. Okay, maybe I'll go try that.
Couldn't hurt.
I'm still trying to farm this stupid sniper rifle in EDF. Since before you started streaming, I've been trying to farm this stupid thing.
Is it? Well, I guess it wouldn't be from a specific level, right?
No, it's more like the way weapon drops work in EDF is that like this mission would have this level range of item drops. Then as you increase the difficulty, the level range just gets wider. So like let's say on easy mission 1 would have level 1 to 5. On hard it would be 1 to 15. Hardest 1 to 20, and Inferno maybe 1 to 40. So it's more about finding that one map that's easy to farm, has the correct weapon drop range, and just doing it until you get what you want.
Okay.
Which so far no luck for the past 3 hours. 2 hours.
Are you enjoying farming at least?
Well, I'm hiding in a tree until all the enemies crowd around me and then just nuking them. So.
Oh, you're doing that beach level, aren't you?
Yes. Doing the beach level. So while I'm waiting for all the NPCs to die, I'm just chatting.
Fair enough.
I stand on the tree, I alt tab, and then I watch the streak.
Well, I am gonna have to leave because it's 1 in the morning now.
1 a.m.
Yeah. I do have to work in the morning.
Easy.